For the armbar, make sure my foot's nice and tight. You don't want to be open like this. Push, chop, armbar. He braces the arm, he stacks. He pulls the arm too far out, gives me the opportunity to go for a triangle. Puts his hands on my hips, brings his knees in, he looks up, postures up. Postures up. Push the arm, put the leg over. He grabs his belt with his hand, so there's no chance for a wrist lock. He grabs his belt. He grabs my far leg, he brings his right leg in, goes, spin, nice, then he goes for it, arm lock. I stack him, making sure I embrace the arm, bring his knee to his nose, my right thigh is behind his hips, pull the arm out too far, goes for a triangle, I'm on the hips, knees on the ground, push, posture all the way up, he goes for the omoplata. Grab my belt, grab the hands, back to the door. Bridge over my left shoulder, push his knee with my left elbow. As I move myself up, I'm trying to get his left ankle by my knee or below my knee so I can fish hook it with my right foot. Turn my knees up to the sky, push his knee in, right here. I like to switch my legs. If you realize I'm not going 1, 2, I have my feet together and I bring them both over at the same time and I switch. Now with my right elbow I do a basic elbow escape, back with the guard, close guard. Okay, last escape from the mount is a basic elbow escape. So, I raise my right foot, I have my left leg straight. I'm going to try and angle my left knee down towards the mat when I begin my elbow escape. It makes it easier to get my left leg out. So bridge over my right shoulder, push and open his knee with my left elbow. I'm going to bring my left knee up. Again. As I bridge over my left shoulder, I bridge over my left shoulder, I open with my left elbow and I move my hips back to the right. So I'm opening this area. It's easy to bring my knee up. Left knee comes up, I lock his leg. Now normally, if I immediately go to my right side, there's always extra space. It's always easier to bring the right leg in. So I push with my elbow, bring my right knee up. So I just push this way, bring my right knee up. Now, if my right foot gets stuck, like he's really tight here on my right leg, get this leg out. I like to hold the elbows, open the elbows, and I need to bring my right hip. I need to shrimp to the right to get my right leg out. So from here, I hold the elbows, open up. If one isn't enough, I can do it again. 2, and I bring my foot up around the knee. Back to the close guard. Okay. So if it's ever tight on my foot, like it's round, so I can't get this leg out, hold the elbows, open them up, move my hip up. 1, 2. 2 little shrimps, bring the leg out. Now we'll do our 4 basic cross-side escapes. 2, replacing the guard, and 2, getting to the knee. So I'm here, I have my hands, this is a knife, cutting the neck, and this is the spoon, or the cup, cupping the hip. I'm not grabbing in like this, I'm just here like this. Okay. So from here, I'll begin with placing the guard. I'm going to bridge over my right shoulder, I'm going to push with my elbows. Once I push with my elbows, I'm going to keep my elbows high, move my hips back, bring my knee to my elbow, and place the guard. From here, bridge, and I push with my elbow. I keep my elbows in place as I move my hips back. So there's a lot of space between Gavin and I. It's easy now for me to bring my right knee to my right elbow. Now from here, I'm looking in his ear. He's holding me tightly. I can use my knee and my arm here to push. That will push as I align myself. So I'm no longer looking in his ear. I want to be looking in his eyes. So if he's holding tightly, I can push. Now I'm looking in his eye. My left foot, I can trap his leg. Bring my right foot through. If he's tight on this leg, once again, just hold the elbows. Move my hips to the right as I try to escape my right foot. Shrimp out and bring my right foot around the knee. Back into the closed guard. Now here we are again. Now this time my left hand I'm not cutting his neck with my left hand. Maybe he passed my guard, and when he got me cross-eyed, my hand just happened to be on the outside. So from here, I'm going to bridge over my right shoulder. I'm going to swim over with my left arm. I'm going to straighten my right arm in his hip. So from here, keep my right arm straight. So I have all this space for me to bring my knee into a place to guard. Knee comes in. I trap his foot. He's holding me tightly. I can push with my knee. My right foot goes to the floor. Now hold his elbows. Move my hips to the right to escape my right foot. Back into the closed guard. One more time, the same way. Getting to the knees. I have my knife and my spoon. I bridge over my right shoulder. My left hand is going to come inside. As my right foot goes under my left. I'm trying to stay low to the floor, okay? I'm not trying to, because maybe when I bridge, there's only a small amount of space. Bridge, left hand comes through, left foot goes under. My left hand goes all the way behind the knee. I grab my hands together, pull myself up to my knees. Now from here, there's a number of ways to finish this position. My right hand can grab him behind his knee, and my left reaches for his ankle. I pull his ankle towards me, I step over with my left foot. I now reach for his far leg, my right grabbing the knee, my left grabbing by the ankle. I push with my left shoulder as I pull. Now I'm on top. My foot on top of my knee to make if he tries to mount, there's a smaller area for him to try to mount. Also, my elbow is here by my knee, so if he tries to mount, it makes it difficult. Without my leg being there, we'd still have all this space. Get up, nice proper bridge, drop my feet, bridge. Switch hands, grab. Okay. Last one, get into the knees with the underhook. So I begin in the same position, the knife and the spoon. I do a quick bridge over my right shoulder. I swim my left hand under his right armpit. Now I want to keep this hand high. If I keep it low here, he can grab my wrist maybe. Try for more or whatever. Put my hand to the mat. Try. So from here, I bridge. My hand comes under. And here I keep it high. Now I'm going to use this underhook to help with my escape. Bridge. Swim over. I'm not grabbing him and holding him. And trying to push him, try to swim over. Swim over. My left foot goes under my right. My hand slides right down his body, right behind his knee. I'm laying flat on my stomach. Grab my hands together, pull myself up, and then alternate way of taking them down. I can pull his leg to my chest. Bridge out. Now I do a second bridge. Swim over with my left hand. My right foot goes under my left. My left hand slides down his body right behind me. On my stomach, grab my hands together, pull myself up to my knee. From here, I raise my right foot, I pull his leg to my chest, take him down. Ways to open the guard. We have 2 ways on the knees and 4 ways standing. So from here, I like to grab the belt, push the belt over his stomach as I get my knee in the middle of his butt. From here, my left hand grabs his pants. I bring it over as far as I can over his stomach. Because with me doing this, it's hard for him to sit up. So it's hard for him to launch an attack or anything. Grab the left hand, push the pants over. The right hand grabs, and I push again. I'm making sure at no point I have my head over my arms, because then it's easy for him to pull me down. Okay? So I begin here. As I push the belt, I push my knee in the middle, and I begin to angle off. My left hand grabs the pants, stick it over his stomach. My right hand over his stomach. Now from here, I open my left knee. And I'm just, you gotta keep your legs closed. Okay, you gotta keep your legs closed. Alright, see, alright. Start by pushing the belt over his stomach. I put my knee in the middle and begin to angle off. Now use my left hand, grab his pants, stick it over his stomach. My right hand over his stomach. So here it's difficult for him to sit up. So if he can't sit up, it's hard for him to launch an attack. I open my left knee and I begin pushing back with my back, my hips. I can feel the tension on his legs. And to finally open the guard, I can just bump my hips back. Once I do that, I bring my right knee up, open it out, and I sit right here. Now here, it's difficult for him to close the guard again. I have my right foot pointing in this direction. So it's hard for him to put a della lever in. I'm very close to him, so it's hard for him to try and do any kind of spider guard. As opposed to me being back here, you could always lasso the legs and all that kind of stuff. Now right here. Okay. So the position looks like this. This foot isn't bent this way, it's straight down. Toes pointing out when I'm here. Elbows closed. I'm pushing on his pants. Okay? So that's way number 1. Number 2, from the knees to open the guard. I push the belt up and I move my hips all the way back. From here, close your eyes, ready? I push his belt up and I begin to move my hips all the way back. From here, I do a final bump with my hips. The legs open, come back to this position again. Alright? Now sometimes you encounter someone with long legs. And you come here, you go all the way back, you bump. His legs are so long, and the guard doesn't open. So from here, I step up with my left foot, put my right in the middle. Now make sure not to put your feet in the same line, because that opens you up to a number of sweeps. From here, I grab his pants, and I push his hips straight down. That opens the legs. Another way to open the guard from standing. Stop. Another way to open the guard from standing. From here. Grab the gi. And I'm just holding like I'm driving the car, nice and relaxed. I'm not putting too much of my weight on it. Only if he tries to sit up, then I can straighten my arm and stiffen my arm. My left hand holds his hip. I'm pushing down on his hip. So if he tries to go for an arm bar or anything of that nature, you can always feel I'm applying pressure to his hips. So it's hard for him to maneuver his hips to go for an arm bar or triangle. Now from here, I'm going to put pressure on him. I want to keep him in place. Right? Normally when you pass your guard, you don't want to put too much pressure on your arms. But in this pass, I'm putting pressure on his hips and on his upper body. I raise my right leg. I'm going to turn my right knee onto his body. His legs pop open. I raise my arms like I'm on a roller coaster ride and I throw my hips forward. And here I am. nice grip on the hip. My pressure, raise my right knee, turn my knee onto his body. Once the legs open up, I raise my arms, throw my hips forward like on a roller coaster ride. And I pass. Another way to pass, to open the guard actually. Make my grips. My right hand's forward, so my right leg comes up. If I raise my left leg, you can underhook and go for an arm bar. So you only have the right hand's forward, it's the right leg that stands first. From here I turn my left leg out. So I'm on a diagonal. It's easier to stand this way. I push back onto my left leg. I stand. Once I stand, my hand is holding his lapel. I don't want to leave it here. I bring it up. I hold his pants. I bring both of my knees under his hips, standing kind of like in a pigeon stance. Now from here, I can hop back and push his hips straight down in a dynamic fashion, or I can just walk back and push his hips down. Legs will open up. Close again. More dynamic fashion. Legs open up. Now, the final way from standing to open the legs. Have my grips. I reach for a sleeve. I pull his arm up. I stand with my left leg. Up with my right leg. Making sure I keep my elbow on the inside. From here, there's a number of different ways to open the guard, but what I'm going to use today, I'm going to reach back, elbow deep. Pop his leg up. Once it's open, I can back up. Now I have an open guard for me to pass. Another variation of the same. Elbow on the inside. Push on his leg. Push, 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 push. Now I have an open guard to pass. Ways to pass the guard. In the basic program, the 3 basic ways. We have the double underhooks, we have the back step, and we have the near cross pass. So here, I open the guard in whichever manner. Here, double underhooks. Bring my hands under at the same time. Drop my knee to the floor. Lock my arms. I push forward. Make sure he's sitting on my knees, on my thighs. My left hand, I open the gi. My right hand nice and deep. I want to make sure I keep my right elbow closed. If I leave it open, you can always push. Let's do that again. Push my elbow.
Look my hands.
What?
My hands.
Yeah. That's alright. That was a good. So where are we? Alright. Giant. And then here. Double on the hooks. 2 hands go at the same time. Lock my hands. I drop my knees to the floor. Push forward. Make sure you're sitting on my knees. My left hand, I open the lapel. Put my right hand in. Making sure I keep my right elbow closed. My left hand goes around, grabs the back of his pants. Make sure his knee is on my shoulder. I get off my knees. Make sure the back of his thigh axis is on my shoulder. Get off his knees, my knees. I bring his knee to his nose. Once I come here, walk around. I look to the sky, push my chest. Legs go by. Here I am cross-side. Take my time, right hand, left hand under the arm. Right under the head. Here I am. One more time. Double underhooks pass. Two hands under. Drop my knees. Push them up. Sit on my legs. Open up. my right hand in deep. Grab the back of his pants, stack him. Make sure his back of his knee is on my shoulder. Off my knees, put a lot of pressure on him. Walk around, walk around. His knees to his nose, look to the sky. Pass. For the near cross pass. Legs are open. I grab his knee, keep my elbow to my knee. I grab his pants, push it down, I step over, bring my knee across, keep my elbow to my knee, grab his sleeve, pull his arm up, slide my foot behind me, keep the foot up, and I turn to cross it. Back down on the floor, turn to my knees, go side. I need to wrap this arm, so I can grab the sleeve, come here, break it off, come around this way, grab his far lapel. Now in this, if we keep in this same posture with his head right in front of my head, it's easy for him to pull the arm out. So pull the arm up. See how he pulls his head up? So first thing I do is I keep his head low. So if he tries to pull, it's still difficult. And then put my left foot on the floor and I change the angle. I come here. So now it's even more difficult for him to pull the arm out. Alright? So I gotta make sure I have this arm wrapped right here and I'm holding the lapel. Now at the same time, I can also come here to get this arm wrapped. From here, if he's too close, I can push him off with the legs. First is a choke. I slap and I grab. Then I'm going to drive my right forearm up under his chin. Some people think that's not the most technical choke. It's more of a strength move. But there's another choke you can use where we put our fingers in all the way deep back of the lapel. I'm using this blade of my arm here. The inner blade of my wrist as opposed to the outer blade right here. Now, from here, perhaps the choke didn't work, so I like to move on to an arm bar. I keep the same grip right here. I push on his shoulder, I'm trying to turn his shoulder over. And I move myself back. I put my feet in his hips and move myself back. Here I can feel I'm on his elbow. So to finish, I close my knees together. I push my hips up. That's the arm bar. I feel his elbow, the bone of his elbow, right here in my arm. Push the shoulder up. Now if he turns the arm in, like he's trying to grab my shoulder, I can just move my hips back a little bit and pull his elbow in. Same position, close my knees, I push my hips up. That's like an Americana. Now if he turns his arm the other way, now this is a perfect example where I could go from the omoplata. Bring my left foot over his face, pull my arm out, my right grabs his sleeve, my left grabs the belt, make sure it doesn't roll away. Then from here, I can finish him with my omoplata. I can bring my legs back, kick out. 1, 2, left arm under his arm, grab my fingers, pull up, bottom on the air. And the last move in this combo, from the same position here, I go for a triangle. So from here, I hold the arm. Now, now when I bring my leg out, this angle isn't really the best for the triangle. So as I bring my leg out, I'm going to pull with my left hand. Get the triangle here. Finish up, move my arm over. Triangle. Sometimes your foot gets caught on his sleeve. So what I do, I push myself as far as I can. I'm gonna try and pull my knee to my chest. For the triangle. A lot of times right here, his foot comes up, he gets caught right here. Alright, come to the double underhooks.
Here are now a few ways to defend the guard to prevent your opponent from passing your guard.
So he comes, he has a double underhooks here. First thing I want to do, I want to grab his arms, his hands, to prevent him from closing his arms, his hands together. Once I do this, I grab the wrists, walk back on my shoulders, bring my feet over, and back in the guard. If he locks his arms, I want to pull by the back of the thumb, break the arms apart, control the wrist, move back, place the guard. Now, if he locks his arms, another thing I can do is this technique called a paddle lock, where I grab his head. I need to, right here is a little bit difficult for me to get my right hand on his armpit, so I gotta break this grip with my legs. Oftentimes he re-grabs my pants right here. My right hand goes under his arm, and I lock around his head, not over his head this way, around the head. From here, I'm gonna kick with my right foot to break the grip he has on my pants. I'm going to come over with my left arm and go for Kimura. And my left hand comes under and hooks up this way. So even he tries to pull his arm back, I have him here. Nothing lasts forever, but will last long enough for me to grab his wrist with my right hand, grab my wrist with my left, my armpit tight, foot over the back, tap him. Try and keep the arm bent as opposed to straight. Break the grip, go under the arm, out here. This works gi or no gi. Alright. You stack me. Now from here, this hand reaches in deep, this reaches from the back of the pants, and you'll be off your knees. Get off your knees. Sit, you go. So now, if the opponent tries to stack you, here's a good way to replace the knee line. Push the elbow and I throw this. Alright, so I'm going to throw my foot to the floor. I want this side of my foot to come down. So I push the elbow. So here we go. So goes the stack. Throw my foot, push the elbow, and come up on my elbow. Now from here, I'm just going to use my elbow to pull myself back to replace my left knee line, to get my left knee out. As he turns into me, he's back into the guard. Again. As he goes for the stack, throw my foot, push the elbow. Pull out, get my left knee back in the guard. Alright, next one is you pass to the side. You pass already, you grab my legs. When you come around, you'll put your left leg knee on the floor. Take your left knee. So here. Right. Come here. Okay. Just right in the floor. And come down with the shoulder. Have the block. Here I block his shoulder and his trike on his arm. If I don't hold his arm, if I hold his hip like a lot of people do, he can always wrap my head with his arm, pull himself in. So I block the shoulder and the tricep area. Now I need to straighten my arm, so I move back, push, bring my bottom leg in, and then square up with him again. One more time. once I square, I want to make grips, maybe break these grips. If I just leave them here, I can do this whole thing again. Here we go again and again. Alright, now he does the move, but I'm a little late. He passes. So I'm going to use my arm. I'm going to push up on his head. I'm going to push up on his head and bring his head to the same side as his body. Push up. I bring my hips up in the air. My hand's going to go to his head as I shrimp out to my right. Head's to the floor if he tries to come forward. Only enough time for me to get to my knees. One more time. Come. More than enough time to get to the knees. Push around to the side. I really late. Get to my knees. Now I need to replace the guard. So on the side, I put my hand across. I'm going to roll over my right shoulder and replace the guard. Oftentimes you catch a guy on a triangle. So your job is to sit upright. So I come, sit up, circle, right in the triangle. So again, here we come. Here we go. Passes the guard. Oh, he comes, he passes. I get to my knees. From here, put my hand across, and I roll over my right shoulder. So when I spin, I'm going to just sit like this. And if my legs are just go way on. Alright, so you came to my, try to pass my guard. Don't go. Just, like you're now. Just be like this. Don't do that. Just be here. Nicely. So I spun to my knees. Bring my right hand across. I look away from him. Roll over my right shoulder. Back to the guard. I grab his pants. Extend my right leg. I'm on my elbow. And lean back and kick my left leg through. Placing the guard. Now a similar move can be done if he is in front of me. I grab his pants, extend my leg, my head to the outside, put the weight on my left arm, shoot my foot through, back to the closed guard. Now you can also sit to the open guard in that instead of trying to bring my foot out, I can slide my knee in. And here we are in an open guard. For the arm bar, make sure my foot's nice and tight. You want to be open like this. Push, chop, arm bar. Embraces the arm, he stacks. He pulls the arm too far out. Gives me the opportunity to go for a triangle. Puts his hands on my hips, brings his knees in, he looks up, postures up. Postures up. Push the arm, the leg over. He grabs his belt with his hand, so there's no chance for a wrist lock. He grabs his belt. He grabs my far leg. He brings his right leg in. Goes. Spin. Nice. And he goes for it. Arm lock. I stack him, making sure I embrace the arm. Bring his knee to his nose. My right thigh is behind his hips. Pull the arm out too far. Goes for a triangle. I'm under hips, knees on the ground, push, posture all the way up. He goes for the omoplata. Grab my belt, grab the pants. Back to the